You don't want to speak up because you don't want other people to judge you. Who cares who judge you? It doesn't matter if they're not going to pay your bills, if they're not going to give you your dream car, your dream house, anything of them sorts. Who cares what other people have to say?
Now, roll with Jones.
Have you ever been in a place where you've seen a person thinking that they know information or know a thing, but really have no clue at all? And it really pisses you off, and you just want to tell them to shut up. But deep inside, you say, you'll learn. And if you don't, you reap what you sow. But this message for that person that needs to hear this. And the message is pride is for the broke. See, I done ran across a lot of people that have this roadblock. This roadblock is so contagious. People don't know how to get rid of it. Put the pride all the way to the side and do not allow anything to enter it. And what I mean by that, focus on the end goal in mind. And if the end goal in mind is to be able to pay a bill, to be able to get that new car, to get the new house, to be knowledgeable about information that you want or the promotion, whatever that is, you have to understand that pride is not going to help it out. See, this is what happens with pride. Somebody on the other end really thinks that you might know what you're talking about. And deep inside, you have no clue of what you're talking about. So they're not going to add no value, and they're not going to give you no information because your pride is so big, it blocks the blessings that could potentially come into your life. So pride is definitely for the broke because nobody want to give you valuable information that could get you paid because your pride is too big. So another time when pride gets in the way is when you don't want to open your mouth. You don't want to speak up because you don't want other people to judge you. Who cares who judge you? It doesn't matter if they're not going to pay your bills, if they're not going to give you your dream car, your dream house, anything of them sorts. Who cares what other people have to say, right? And even if they did those things, nobody still cared, or you shouldn't care at all. So I'm just letting you know, don't allow pride to deeply affect you. Understand what pride is. Pride is the roadblock to all success. It's an ego thing. And I mean, it sucks. Nobody wants to be around you. So I need you to recognize when pride is coming about. Think about it. When it's that time that you need to talk to somebody and ask for help, and some part of you is tugging and fighting, saying, I don't need nobody to help me out. I don't need any handouts. That's pride talking. Or if you get to a place where your chest is all poked out and you think that you know everything and nobody can tell you what to do and who you are, and I'm here to tell you that's pride. Pride will make you broke. Broke. Like, so I need you to sit here and identify those traits. And if you're around people that's very prideful as well, I'm here to tell you about the story of six. And if you never heard it, let me explain it. So imagine you knew a couple people, and it was about five people. And those five people was doing some absolutely amazing thing. They had real estate, they did stocks, they had their own business, they wrote books, and it was making cash flow coming in. I mean, they did all types of things that was very positive. People always wanted to be around them, and money just felt like it kept attracting itself to it. And guess what? You was the person that got to hang around with all five of those people. What do you think could possibly happen if you hang out with those five people? You're probably go get some real estate. You probably go get some stocks. You probably start your own business. You might just write a book, and money will just be attracting to you. Because if you hang out with five rich or wealthy people, you'll be number six. But if you're around people that act like they know it all and nobody can ever tell them what to do, and they are so big and bad, and I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to judge me kind of people, and you was the one that hang around them, I'm sorry to say, if you hang around them five people, you'll be number six. So that's the story of six. You choose who you want to be. You want to be the wealthy and the rich, or you want to be the prideful, broke people. I mean, the choice is yours. We all have a choice, but it's up to you to make sure that you're around the right people and understand that you need to identify what those trends and those behaviors look like, right? So that's something I want to be able to sit here and tell you. Now, another thing about having that pride, it limits your effort in your network, right? Nobody wants to network with a prideful person, and I promise that. But if you ever heard the saying, your network is your, yep, you're right, your net worth, right? So if your network is your net worth, or your net worth is your network, but nobody wants to be around you, how could you ever have network? You can never have a network because your pride is blocking that. You need to be able to sit here and say, hey, I noticed something. Every time that I want to engage with people, they always find a reason to be on their phone, acting like they're on a phone call or a major important text. Ding, ding, ding. They classified you as that prideful person. Your ego's too huge. So nobody wants to talk to you and hang around you. So now you got to be able to recognize that situation. And once you recognize that situation, it's up to you then to sit here and say, hey, I'm messing up my network. Now that my network is messed up, I have no room to grow. And if I have no room to grow, my money can't grow. And if my money can't grow, I'm stagnated. And I don't want to be stagnated because stagnation eventually turns into brokenness. And I'm being clear, and I'm hoping that you really understand what I'm putting down right now. So position yourself correctly to make sure that you eliminate that so you don't mess up the bag, right? We don't want to mess up the bag. We want all the money. Say it with me. I want all the money. So if once we get to that point of not letting our pride decide, so hopefully you said that, because most prideful people would never say it out loud. But once you let your pride to the side, you do some interesting things, some uncomfortable things. And those uncomfortable things end up being those risks, right? And I made a conclusion that people with big pride and egos, they guarantee never to take a risk. And if you don't take a risk, you probably won't get a good reward. I'm just here to help you out. Hopefully that helps you. So let's not mess up anything of that sort. So I'm hoping that y'all sticking with me. So here goes some ways to overcome that pride, right? So how can you overcome your pride? Well, put it away. Talk to yourself every day. Write down some written goals that I will make sure I do opposite of what pride is intended for. I will not act like a know-it-all. So what know-it-alls usually do, always have something to say. And they never hushed and closed their mouth long enough to allow information to come in. So we're going to sit here and talk less and listen to more, right? So that's one way that we're going to allow the pride side. Now, another thing that we're going to do, we're not going to be affected by things that never happen. And what do I mean by that? The idea in the back of your head that people are going to judge me if I ask or say this. It hasn't even happened yet. You're making a predetermination on a decision that never existed. Put that pride to the side, right? Don't allow your mental block to sit here and affect your money growth at all. Don't allow that. I need you to understand, put that to the side. Another thing that I need you to sit here and start doing, evaluate yourself. I literally go around your closest family and your friends and ask them, what do they consider and look at you like? And if they're very honest people, they'll literally tell you, hey, I think that you will be better if you change your ways to this, that, this, and that. Now, it might not feel all so good to be able to hear people talk to you like that, but it might be for the best, right? Because that will probably help you in the long run to understand that you probably need to check yourself. And if they tell you that you're talking too much, and if they tell you that you're not listening to anything that nobody has to say, and you always act like you know, you might want to check yourself. Listen to that. Don't run away from the feedback and don't take offense with it. So hopefully those 3 tips were there to help you out, to overcome your pride. But once again, take the pride away and get to the money, because that's directly impacting the way that money operates, because pride will leave you broke. So if you enjoyed anything that I had to say, please subscribe and like this, comment on it. Tell me what prideful behaviors and trends have you seen, and put it in the comments, share, so we can even speak on it together, right? And at the same time, I need you to follow all of my social media handles. It's at Rolling with Jones. Please follow me all those social media handles. I got plenty and a lot of information for you. And also, if you're looking to start that business and you always thought about it, if you're missing the opportunity to get more money, if you're missing the opportunity to take advantage of taxes, if you're missing the opportunity of freedom, get the book. That's all I can say. eBookforbusiness.com. eBookforbusiness.com. Make sure you get that book. All right. Once again, follow me at Rolling with Jones and get the book, eBookforbusiness.com. I thank you so much for rolling with Jones. Have a good one.